Hey, there you go, friends. Doc South here. And as you know, I work for, among other things I do, I work for a supermarket up in northwestern New Jersey. And I mostly I do a lot of grunt work, basically, lugging and lifting and cleaning and getting carts and stuff. Because quite honestly, uh, frankly, and God bless them, the kids have the market cornered on knowing how to work the computer driven stuff. No, not me. It's a bad idea to put a computer in my hand. I'm lucky I get these videos out. I'll tell you the truth. I am very lucky that that happens. Because I, luckily there's only one or two buttons to push, but my heavens. And the kids, God bless them, they know their computers. It's fascinating to see all the stuff they can do. Me, like I said, I, I think one day I really messed up. I forget where I was, but I turned some system off. And I didn't really mean to. But yeah, well, okay, so you get the idea. Um, but today, while getting, doing some lugging of carts and cleaning out front of the store and all that, there was a group doing a food drive for the local community, for the elderly and those who aren't necessarily that, if I understand it, not that well off, and they were going to get food to these people and raise some funds. Maybe I guess maybe I thought I heard they were working on maybe getting some turkeys maybe for the folks for Thanksgiving as it approaches. In other words, they were doing a food drive. Yeah. Whether there was turkeys for Thanksgiving, I don't know, but they were going to do their best to get food baskets to people that are having trouble meeting the bills, especially since food does seem to be getting a little more expensive. So this was a good thing. And I was they were out front of the store and I'm doing carts and bringing carts in and um I said, "Gee, you guys are really doing well here. This is you get they're getting all sorts of food coming, being stashed aside again, getting put into their van, and it was good." And then one guy said, "Wait a minute, hey, you're Doc South." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, what are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I work here." I, I, he says, "Well, I'll be doggone." Whoa, whoa. And I said, "This is nice you're doing." And I believe I handed the guy my card. I said, "You're doing a nice job. If ever I can help you with an event, please let me know. I'll be glad to do it. Or if you're having a party, I charge for a party, but if you can, if you'd like, just I'll give you the best deal I can, and there you go." The guy says, "Doggone," he says, "that's a good idea." So he's going to get back to me from what I hear, and I got a hunch I got maybe a gig or two in the works. Cool, and I'm happy to help. Again, it's I don't want to say on the chance I'm wrong, but it's a civic group trying to make the community a little healthier, happier, better fed, that kind of thing. So, yeesh, I'm very tickled to do that. Keep that in mind, because I'm happy to do that in any community you might be living in Northwest New Jersey, possibly northeastern Pennsylvania, down around Morris County, perhaps. You get the idea. That general neck of the woods. Um, be more than happy to help. It's I think of times when times were tough for me and people brought me food, not necessarily a charity, but friends dropped a whole bunch of food off for me. And this was decades ago now. And I'll tell you, it really hits you. You having been there, done that, I can say, it's you're really helping someone out when they're up against a jam like that, especially if they got kids and the like. That's when it or other relatives who maybe aren't too healthy, living within their maybe they're spending a lot of their money on medical bills. You see what I'm saying? So I'm always happy to help in that respect. You let me know. All you got to do is, I guess I can give you, well, no, I can't. What you do is just comment back to this video and then I'll contact you. That's, from what I understand, that's the best thing. Give out phone numbers, it's not a good idea, from what I hear. So, shame. Giving out phone numbers was, gee, when I was dating, that was my favorite thing to do. In fact, I do believe I gave Sandy my phone number. And look what happened. Yes, indeed. That's a good. That was one of my better ideas, handing one to her. What a sweetie. She's a good person. And yeah, she can have my phone number any day. Well, I guess her phone number's my phone number now. Anyway, I'll see you later. God bless. And if I can, like I said, if I can help you with a charity thing in your community, I may have to charge for it, but it doesn't. We'll see. If you're really in a jam, maybe I can just do it for you too, if I can find a moment. Okay? Catch you later. Bye bye. God bless.